Welcome to Have a Happy Arty Time. My name's Janette. I'm back this time with another Dendritic Printing, and this time it's this beautiful feather. I had a lot of fun, a few challenges in trying to organise this print, but I thought it worked out beautiful and I'd like to show you how I did this. It's exciting, but it is trial and error. So what I used for this is some paints with water, so some pink with some water and some black with some water. And you'll need to do some experimenting to see what consistency works best under your glass. Now I did just a couple of trial efforts and I seen that my pink was too watery, but my black was a good consistency. Now I just drew randomly over the top to give myself an idea. And I do a few of these first until I get everything how I would like it to go, and then I'm able to work on a print. And what I like to do for this is I draw two images, one the reverse of the other. So I've drawn in pen this one, and I've already put the pink on this one, but I will show you how to do that. And then I just take it up to the window or the glass door with the light shining through from outside, and I simply place this up and do my drawing over the top, and then I turn it around and place it on and do my drawing there. You can use, of course, transfer paper or copy paper, and I've done that and used that underneath. So what we need to remember here is that you need two of these. I've cut them to size. My registration marks are on the glass in permanent Sharpie. They just come off easily with a little bit of metho or a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Now with this particular one, we need to turn our drawing that's underneath upside down so that when we turn our image over, we're going to get a mirror print. So that's that one. And then with the top piece of glass that we're going to place over here, when the paint comes off this, it's going to be around the opposite way. And that's why we need an image that is drawn already opposite so that we can place it down and register. And you'll see how I did one on the back and that didn't work. So, because when I placed it down, it was facing this way. And of course, that's how this one is. So just remembering we need the opposite of the drawing as well. Okay, let's begin. I take my paint and just a small paintbrush, and I'm just going to put a few dobs on here in the way that the feathers are going. It doesn't necessarily print back out that way, but we're just going to give it a go. And I know that in our picture, I have a little bit up here and I have some in here, and I have some going up there in here. Now I'm just going to do one colour at once and see what we get. So picking up our glass now and placing it over to align our registration marks just as close as you can. There we go, and pressing down here and hoping we get a dendritic print, and pulling this up, and yes, lovely. So placing that here, and we have this image that I had done before, but I'm going to do this one again, and this gives us the mirror print. And this one here, which I'm going to use the new one, which will be around the right way, place it in our registration marks and give that a rub too. And here's hoping, oh, I just moved that so it might have squished too much. Here's hoping we get a nice print with it. And yes, we've got a lot of lovely colouring in there. And we'll get this one. And yes, again, we've had success. Now I haven't drawn in my black lines here yet, but I'll do that later. So it only takes a small amount of paint, and I'll just get my brush, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so we've got some black along here, and we've got some black in the middle. And I think Just a couple down there. I didn't do that last time, but we'll just see what that's like. Align our registration marks again. Give a little press down. And give our lift up, holding onto the bottom piece of glass so that it lifts. And yes, we actually have a really nice print here. So grabbing the right one, and we'll get our mirror image again. And rubbing down and getting this one, placing it in our registration marks. Rubbing this down, and here's hoping we get our nice feather. And we have, so this is wonderful. I'll just go around now to intensify my black lines and bring that out with my black pens, and just beautiful. So I'll move our glass. Okay, that was my little piece underneath with my copy paper, where I can just turn it either way. This is what we've been able to make today, and this was our original, and we can add a few things to it if we like. So I have two black pens that I like using. One is the Uniboard Gel Impact pen, I find that quite good, and the other one is a Unipin fine liner, and of course I have my favorite, which is my Artline calligraphy pen. So I have a set of those from 1 up to number 4, and they are just beautiful, and these ones have actually lasted me longer than any. So that's the Artline calligraphy pen. So I'm just going to reinstate some of my black lines here, and we might add a few other things to this. So first of all, I know I've got to get in here and just put some lines in. So I think that one's too fine, so I'm just going to move this onto here. That's better. And I can just see that if I add a little bit in the dendritic shape, I can bring that over to the edge. Same here. Okay, well I like that one exactly as it is, so I'm going to leave that one now and just do the same with this. There we go. And as I say, I was very happy with this one, but I might just add a few of the darker ones here. So when I have a look here, I can see that I've perhaps darkened these outside lines a little bit too much, and also I need to add a little bit of paint up here in the dendritic type of a way so that I can get this lovely finish here that came out naturally on this one. And I also like the few little circles on here, so I'm just going to take my paint and just see if I can't add that here to the top in a sort of a dendritic way, and it does make all the difference. There we go. Now I'll add some black lines up over that as well, and just see if I can get some nice little circles in here. Okay, so that's brought that up a little bit better. And then I might get my white pen and just see if I can dull down this black that I so heavily put on there. So my trusty white gel pens, which are the Signa Broad Uniball. And we'll just see if we can just lighten that out a little bit, liking that already. I'm not drawing the whole line, I'm just dabbing in here a little bit. Okay, so I'm liking that lots better. Okay, don't want to overwork this, but for me, loving my feathers. We can see that we have many options and opportunities to keep going with our artwork. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Until next time, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this process and I wish you a happy arty time. Stay safe. Bye for now.